Okay, welcome. This is 45 minutes of mat Pilates. We're going to start on our mat today in a standing position. So join me now. Meet me on your mat. I will join you there as well. Meet me at the bottom or the end of your mat. And we're going to do, to start, we're going to warm up the spine. We're going to do some simple roll down. So the first thing I want you to do, feet are going to be in parallel facing the front of our mat. And we're going to draw the chin down to the chest. And then articulate and roll all the way down. You can have a nice soft bend in the knees here. Trying to articulate vertebrae by vertebrae all the way down. Take a deep inhale here at the bottom. Inhale. And then exhale, round up through the spine, starting at the tailbone, all the way back up to standing. We're going to do that 3 more times. Inhale at the top. And exhale, drop the chin down to the chest and round down through the spine, or trying to articulate through the vertebrae like a string of pearls. Inhale at the bottom, and then exhale, round up through the spine. Let's do 2 more. Inhale at the top, and exhale, drop the chin down. Exhale, rounding all the way down. Inhale at the bottom. Finding your stretching. Exhale, rounding up from the tailbone, articulating all the way up through the spine. 1 more here. Inhale. And exhale, drop the chin down, round down, articulate down through the spine. I'm going a little bit faster this time. Exhale. Inhale, rounding up through the spine again, coming all the way back up to standing. Nice job. We're going to drop our hands down to our knees, and we're going to do some cat and cow. So cow position, we drop the belly down towards the floor, and then cat position, we're pressing the belly button up towards the spine, wrapping our pelvis forward, even maybe rounding through the shoulders. But the most important thing here, guys, is the hips. Cow pose, drop the belly forward, and then exhale, wrap the belly, press it back. This is also our C curve. Cow pose, drop the belly forward, inhale. And then exhale, round the pelvis forward, press the belly button back towards the spine, C curve, trying to get that C shape from the crown of the head down to the tailbone. 1 more time, inhale. And exhale, holding back your C curve for 3, 2, 1, rounding back up through the spine. Nice job. I'm going to turn to face you guys. We're going to take our hands out to the side, and we're going to do some twists. So inhaling, twisting towards one side, just like in our sob. We're not going to dive forward. We're going to gaze back over the back shoulder. Inhale. And then exhale, twist, other side. And exhale. Inhale. Just twisting through the spine, gazing back over that back hand once you arrive. And then exhale, twisting, other side. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me from a different perspective. Inhale, twist. And exhale, I'm going to turn to the side. Inhale, coming through center. Exhale, gaze over that back hand. Nice job. Inhale. Back through center. Exhale, gaze over the back hand. Inhale through the nose, and then exhale, blowing the air out like you're trying to fill up a balloon with air. Welcome, guys. 1 more time. Inhale, and exhale, twist. Nice job. Coming back to center. We're going to roll down through the spine here. Walk back towards the back of your mat if you're not already there. Roll down through the spine. Drop the chin down to the chest. Roll all the way down. We're going to bend our knees, and we're going to walk ourselves out to a plank position. Finding our plank here. We're going to hold for 4. Drop the hips down. Press the belly button up towards the spine for 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, guys. Drop down to your knees. Sit your hips back just for a second into child's pose. Open up that lower back. In this position, I want you guys to have your knees together and maybe the toes a little bit separate, because we're working on stretching out that lower back. When your knees are together, you're opening up this lower back area. So find it here now. We're going to hold it here for a few seconds. Nice job. Extend the arms long out in front of you. Come up into a tabletop position. We're going to go into some bird dogs. We're going to reach the right arm forward and plug the left foot back. And when you're ready, you can raise up that back leg. But I want you to think about staying contracted here in the upper, in your midsection. So we're not letting the belly drop down to the floor. You really think about cat pose or C curve here. Draw the elbow and the knee together. Inhale. Exhale, reach in opposition. Hand and leg are going to come down, and we're going to go right into the other side. Transition your reach to your side. Reach the left arm, right leg in opposition here. Inhale, exhale, draw the elbow and the knee together. Cat pose, C curve with your powerhouse, and exhale, reach in opposition. Inhale, and exhale, reach. Inhale, drop together. Exhale, reach. Inhale, drop the arm and leg down. We're gonna keep going. Exhale. Inhale, drop together. Exhale, reach. Inhale, arm and leg come down. Exhale, reach. Inhale, drop together. We're gonna do one more on each side. Exhale, reach. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, draw together. Exhale, reach. Nice job. Arm and leg come down. Sit yourself back. One more second as child's pose, knees come together. Nice job, guys. All right, from here, we're gonna pop up into a plank pose. So shift your weight forward, plug your feet back. Find your plank here. We're gonna hold it for 4 more counts. Holding for 4 and 3, really feeling strong in the powerhouse. 2 and 1, nice job. Bring your knees back down to the floor. I want you to cross your legs underneath you and then come to a seated position. We're gonna do cat and cows with the pelvis, but from a seated position. So bring your hands behind your legs. This is such a small movement. I want you to think about pressing the belly button back towards the spine, cat pose, C curve, and then cow pose, drop the belly forward. So we're just articulating the pelvis here right now. Exhale, tilt the pelvis back, cat pose, C curve. Inhale, drop the belly forward. Exhale, press back. Inhale, draw forward. Exhale, press back. Inhale, draw forward. Exhale, drop back. Inhale, draw forward. One more time. And exhale, drop back, holding it here. From here, guys, we're gonna walk our hands down the backs of our legs. Find your hips in the center of your mat. Walk your hands all the way down. Once you arrive, draw your knees into your chest. Bring your legs to tabletop position. Nice job. From here, we're gonna reach our hands up either towards the ceiling or back behind our head. We're trying to keep that rib cage down flat, and we're trying to keep that lower back down on the mat. If your neck gets tired, you can always rest your head and neck down. That's always an option anytime we're here throughout class. I might not always say it, but just know it's always an option. So hands either up or back behind us, keeping the rib cage down. We're gonna alternate sending one leg and then bring it back to center. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 4 more from here. Inhale, exhale, right. Trying to keep that lower back planted on the mat. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Nice job, guys. Lower the head and neck down. Lower the arms down. Look left and right. Release the neck. We're going to go into the Pilates 100. So knees can be bent, legs can be extended or even out on an angle, and feet can be open like a book. Hands are going to be down by our side to start. We're going to raise up the arms and we're going to pump the arms like this, like we're slapping puddles of water. Head and neck comes up. You can start to activate the shoulders and really pump the arms from the shoulders. We're going to inhale for 4 through the nose and exhale through the mouth, trying to fill up that balloon with air. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep that lower back planted on the mat. Inhale and exhale. Usually we do 5 inhales. I'd like to do 4. Inhale and exhale, which means we just do a couple more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, we're almost there. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more inhale, exhale. Nice job, guys. Bring the knees back into the chest, lower the head down. Look left and right, release the neck. We're gonna go into a bridge series. So I want you guys to plant your feet down. Heels are gonna be close to the glutes. We're gonna articulate up through the spine. So starting at the tailbone, you can even drop your pelvis down like our cow pose here, dropping the belly down towards the floor if you're in tabletop. And I want you to think about rolling the pelvis up towards the ceiling, articulating all the way through the spine, raising up to your brow line. And then we're going to articulate all the way down, starting up between our shoulder blades, articulating all the way down as much as you can, drop the pelvis down. And now round back up. Hands are going to be down in a V position down on the floor beside you. And then articulating down as you come down. And this is our attempt to round down through the spine like a string of pearls. This is a practice. So if you find that your spine isn't really articulating all the way down, it's okay. It's an attempt. This is our attempt at trying to articulate down through the spine and really control through the powerhouse. Inhale, press up. And exhale, round down. We're gonna do one more. Inhale, press up. Hold it up here, guys, and we're gonna release one hip at a time. So release the left and pull. Release the right and pull it up. Squeeze the left glute, release the right, squeeze it up, release the left, squeeze it up. Here's 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3. Nice job. 2, and 1. You should really feel that roll down through the spine here. Nice job. We're going to do a few more roll-ups, 4 more. Here we go. Articulate up through the spine. Press up and articulate all the way down. Inhale, press up. And exhale, round down. 2 more times. Inhale, press up. Exhale, round down. 1 last time. Inhale, press up. And we're going to drop the hips 1 more time. Here's 8 and 7. We alternate right and left. Here's 6 and 5. Wow, I really feel it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Round down through the spine 1 more time. Draw the knees into the chest. Rock side to side for a second. I'm going to grab my iPad. You guys stay right here for a second. Hug the knees into the chest. All right, guys. We're going to bring the knees into the chest. We're going to bring them up to tabletop position. And I want you guys to drop your feet closer down towards your hips. Hands can be up towards the ceiling again or back overhead. All we're going to do is drop the toes down and then raise them up. The closer your feet are towards your hips, the more modified it's going to be. So if you raise up your toes, the more challenging it's going to be. And what I mean by that is, I want you guys to keep that lower back planted on the mat. So your feet don't even need to come all the way down. So find yourself here, inhale, and then exhale, draw the legs back up. Here's 6. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. We have 4 more. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale. Here's our last one. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Nice job. Rock side to side once you arrive. We're really firing the powerhouse. But here we go. We're going to fire it up even more with our series of 5. So legs are going to act like darts here. Left hand is going to come to the inside of the right knee. My right hand comes to the outside of my ankle. I'm going to pull, and switch. Pull, and switch. The legs stay on the inside of the frame of the body. Pull, and switch. Our goal is to keep that lower back planted on the mat and keep the head and neck raised, but it's always an option. We're going to pick up the tempo. Here we go. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, inhale. Here's 2. And last one. Nice job. Lower everything down, left and right. This time, everything, the arms and legs are going to reach out in opposition, and then we're going to draw them back in. We're going to reach them out. Swoop the arms around, pull the knees in. And as you pull the knees in, we're stretching out the lower back even more. And we're also practicing lifting up the upper body as we position. We have 6 more here. Here, reach. Keep that lower back planted. Yes, you can. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale, wrap and pull. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, pull the knees in. Nice job there. Lower the head and neck down. Right, you can neck side to side. We're going to do the single straight leg stretch. Extend the right leg up towards the ceiling. Left leg comes out on a diagonal. Hands come behind the hamstring, calf muscle, or the ankle. We're going to pull, and switch. Pull, and switch. Pull, and switch. When we're here, while we're doing this, as we pull, we're working on our flexibility and our hamstrings, but we're also working on lifting up that upper body towards our leg. Pull, and switch. Pull, and switch. Pull, and switch. Yes, guys. Pull. Keep the legs on the inside of the frame of the body. Last 2. Now we're going to go into the double straight leg stretch. You can extend your legs up, knees bent, legs fully extended, feet open like a book. It's up to you. Hands are gonna come underneath the hips for support for our lower back. We're gonna lower it down for 2 and raise it up for 2. As you guys raise it up, I want you to think about reaching the legs so long out of the hip socket that it's helping you raise them back up, and it's helping you scoop out the lower abs to raise the legs up toward the ceiling. We have 4 more. Here we go. Down for 2, up for 2, for 2. Exhale. Inhale, drop down. Exhale as you raise up. Inhale. Exhale. Do we have 2 more in us? Yes, we do. Inhale, drop down. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Nice job. Bring the hands behind the head. Clasp the hands together. We're going to do our bicycles for 8 and 7. Keeping the knees on the inside of the frame of the body. Here's 5. Yes, you can. And 3. I know the powerhouse is getting tired. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. I want you to extend your legs long on your mat. Raise your arms up overhead. Drop your belly into cow. Raise it up toward the ceiling. Arch your lower back. Nice job, guys. I want you to take your feet, place them down on the floor. Bring your knees into your chest. Take your hands behind your knees and roll yourself up to a seated position. Cross your legs underneath you and rock yourself into tabletop. Shift yourselves towards the back of your mat, and we're going to come all the way down to the double leg kick and some swans. So the feet are going to be close together. I want you to think about turning the toes in here, spreading the heels wide, and then think about pressing the pelvis down into the floor as you're here. We're going to grab onto 3 fingers. The side of the face is going to be down on the mat. We're going to pulse the heels up 3 times, activating the hamstrings and the glutes. Drop the feet down, point the toes, and then raise the upper body up, keeping the feet down, switching the side of our face. Here we go. Pulse 3, 2, 1. Trying to keep that pelvis down into the floor. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Drop the side of the face down. The original side. Here we go. Pulse 3, 2, 1. Feet comes down. Press up and hold for 3, 2, 1. And lower. 1 more time each side. Pulse 3, 2, 1. Lower the feet down. Raise it up. 1 more time each side, guys. Face comes down. Drop the elbows down. Pulse 3, 2, 1. Lift up and hold for 3, 2, 1. Yes, you can. Drop the side of the face down. Pulse 3, 2, 1. Nice job. We're going to hold it up here. Hold it up here for me. We're going to release the hands and reach the arms all the way to the front. And the hands are going to come down by our side and reaching all the way to the back. Can you reach up and lift up a little bit higher? Hands are going to come down underneath the shoulders. And then slide your hands down so they're more by your rib cage. We're going to bury the pelvis in the floor again. So not tucking the tailbone under, but lengthening out the tailbone. And we're going to lift up into swan position. So this is not like in yoga, we have upward facing dog or high cobra. And in those positions, we allow the belly to drop down and forward. This is not that. We are staying lifted in our core. And from here, guys, I want you just to lower all the way down. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Keep the tailbone long here. Really lengthen out through the torso. Lift the abs up. Hold your pelvis down towards the floor and press up in towards swan. Really engage through the core. We're gonna look over our left shoulder. Drop the chin down towards the chest to trace the collarbone. Look up to the right and to center, back to left. Here we go. Trace the chin all the way down. Look up to the right. Look back to center, and here we go. We're going to lower it down, lower all the way down. We're going to do that 1 more time, but we're going to reverse the head roll. Lengthen out the tailbone, lengthen out the spine, press all the way up. Nice job. Look to the right. Trace the chin all the way down. Look up to the left and back to center. Look to the right. Trace the chin all the way down. Look back to the center and then lower all the way down. Nice job. From here, I want you to press back into child's pose, finding a little piece of heaven. Nice job, guys. All right, from here, we're gonna come up into mermaid. So come to a seated position on your mat. The knees are almost stacked. It can be a little bit wider, maybe a little bit closer together. I'm seated on my left hip to start. So my right hand's gonna hold on to my right ankle. My left hand's gonna reach up towards the ceiling. Reach up and over here, keeping the ear connected to the bicep. As you reach up and over, feel the stretch all the way down the side of the body. We're gonna drop the hand, the arm, the forearm all the way down, reach the top hand, arm up and over. We're gonna do this one more time each side. Here we go, raise it up, reach up and over. And you can use momentum in this to bring yourself all the way up and all the way back down. Nice job, guys. From here, we're gonna extend the hand all the way open to the back, taking a twist. And then we're gonna bring the top hand all the way up and through, kind of like thread the needle in yoga, gaze over that back shoulder. And then inhale, reach the hand all the way up into the back. And then exhale, take your twist, reach up and underneath, gazing over that top shoulder. One more time, inhale, reach up. And then exhale, take your twist. Nice job. Coming back up to center. From here, we're gonna move into a bear crawl pose. So I want you guys to curl your toes under, kind of underneath you, and press yourself up, coming into a bear plank. So the knees are low to the ground, maybe an inch, a little bit less. I want you to press up through the waist. Hold it here for 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Drop the knees down, and we're gonna come to a seated position on our hips again. We're gonna do a side plank. I'm seated on my left hip still. So stay on the same side you just did your mermaid on. I'm on my left hip. My left leg is going to be in front. My right foot is going to be right behind my front ankle. My hand is going to come to the top of my knee. Watch me first for this first one. I'm going to press up into my side plank, reach up and over, feel strong here, lengthen out. And then with control, I'm going to come back down to a seated position. So my arm's a little bit lengthened out, it's not really underneath me. I'm reaching out. If you need support for your wrists, you can always roll your mat up and have a little cushion here for your wrist support. I think I'm gonna keep it like that for myself. All right, guys, we're gonna do 2 more all together, slow. Here we go. Inhale, press up. Exhale. And then inhale, drop your hips back down. And then exhale. One more like this. Here we go. Inhale, press up. Exhale. Inhale, drop down. Using this back leg for support. And exhale. We're going to add on from here. Watch me here. We're going to inhale, press up. And then exhale. I'm going to reach down towards my toe. And then inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, sit down. We're going to do this a couple more times all together. Shake out your wrist for a second if you need to. Roll it out. If you want to watch me one more time, please do. Here we go. We're going to raise it up. Inhale. I'm going to reach down and underneath towards my bottom foot. I'm going to come back to my side plank. And then come back down to seated. And we're going to use our breath to do all of that together. 2 more. Here we go, guys. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach down to your toe. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale. With control in each step of the way. Here we go. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, draw back. If it's too much to reach down to your toe, hold your side plank. Exhale. Come all the way back down. Nice job, guys. We are going to come to our roll up. So coming to a seated position, the feet can stay planted or extended. If your feet are extended, I want you to flex your feet and open your stance to almost the width of your mat. If your feet are planted, hands are going to be behind your knees. We're going to roll down through the spine all the way. Hands are going to come up. And then we're going to use our hands to walk yourself back up. I'd rather you use modifications for things to really work on building your strength and power and control in your powerhouse before trying a little bit more and having to use momentum to get to the next position or step or phase of the exercise. All right. So picking where your feet are going to be. If your legs are extended, flex your feet, reach your hands out in front of you. If not, they're behind your knees, so walk yourself down. Here we go. We're going to start rolling down through the spine. Find your cat pose. Find your C curve, roll all the way down. Reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Round up, drop your chin to your chest, just like we did in our warm-up. Rounding all the way down, reach up and over. Come back up and seated. We're going to do 3 more. Here we go. Roll down through the spine. Whether you have your hands behind your legs or you're reaching up in front of you, reach your hands up. Reach your hands forward, drop your chin down to your chest, round up through the spine, yes, with control. Reach it forward 2 more times. We're gonna go right away. Here we go, round down. Exhale, inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach forward, come up and over. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, round it down. Yes, you can. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach forward with control from the powerhouse. Reach up and over. Nice job, guys. Coming back at the seated. We're going to move into rolling like a ball, and we're going to do the spine stretch forward right after that. So shift your hips towards your feet. My hands are going to wrap around the front of my ankles, and then I'm going to rock myself back or move myself back, shift myself back to find my sit bones. Sliding my C curve here, and lift your toes up off your mat. If you want to just work on your balance today, I want you to press your shins into your hands back, so much to the point where you're pressing so far and C curving to the point where your arms feel extended almost. And if and when you're ready, we're gonna roll back towards our brow line and come back up to a seated position, or at least we try to. We're gonna do 3 more rolls. This is a practice, guys. Wherever you are, that's where you meet yourself. Here we go. Round down, round back up. We try to round up for our balance. Here we go. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, round up. 1 more. Inhale. Let's do 1 more just for fun. Here we go. Round up. Come up. Extend your legs long underneath you. We're all going to lengthen out our legs first. Well, if you need to, you can also keep your feet planted. But if not, extend your legs, flex your feet, arms are gonna be up overhead. I want you to find your C curve here. That little shift, just like we did in our warm-up. Find your C curve from your tailbone, especially in your lower back. We're gonna pulse forward. I want you to think about diving up and over. One of those big Bosu balls in the gym. The feet are gonna be hip width apart, maybe the width of your mat. We're gonna pulse it 3 times forward. But there's a difference here, guys. I want you to find your C curve first in your lower back before you round up and over, so we can work on opening up the lower back, because I want you to watch this slight difference between here. I can start sitting up nice and tall and then pulse forward. I lose the stretch in my lower back. If I start with my C curve first, then reach up and over, pulsing 3 times, I'm getting into my lower back more. We're gonna do 3 all together. Here we go. Whether your feet are bent or extended, arms are in front of us, find your C curve. Here we go. Pulse 3. Exhale 2. And 1. Inhale. Come back up to seated. Inhale. Exhale. Find your C curve. Pulse 3. 2. 1. Inhale. Come back up to seated. 2 more, guys. Here we go. Find your C curve. Pulse 3. 2. 1. Come back up to seated. 1 more time. Here we go. Find your C curve. Pulse 3. 2. 1. Nice job. Come back up to seated. We're going to do the roll over. So I'm going to demonstrate once. If you're not comfortable with rolling back over your head, I want you to just work on hip lifts on the floor. So I'll demonstrate both now. Find the center of your mat. We're going to come all the way down. For the rollover, our legs are going to extend out on a 45-degree angle, trying to keep that lower back planted. We're going to press up into the back. Legs are going to come straight overhead. I'm not on my neck here. I'm on my shoulders. I'm going to open my feet hip width apart, flex my feet, and then either use my hands to roll myself down or place my hands on the floor to bring my feet back. My legs are going to swoop open and come together, and I'm going to press back overhead again. If this is not comfortable for you, or you're just not ready for it, you can always work on lifting the hips. Send the legs forward, press into the hands on the floor, and work on raising the legs up towards the ceiling as we do this. We're going to do 3 all together. Here we go. Send the legs forward with control. Reach back overhead. Press the hands into the floor. Open the hips, hip width apart. Flex the feet and articulate down through the spine with control. Swoop the legs around and together. Yes, you guys can. Yes, you can. You're with me. I'm with you. Send the legs back overhead. Feet open up. Flex the toes. Flex the feet. Round down through the spine. Legs come forward. Draw up together. Here we go. 1 more. Press the legs up overhead. Feet open, hip width apart. Flex the toes. Round down through the spine. Bring the knees down into the chest. Nice job, guys. Rock side to side, massage that lower back on the floor. Extend the legs up towards the ceiling. We're gonna do some hip circles. Hands are gonna come underneath the hips, and we're gonna glue the legs together, the legs and the toes together, and we're gonna circle in one direction, and then draw it up to center. We're trying to keep that lower back slanted on the mat as we do this. Circle. Inhale, draw it up. Exhale, swoop it around. Inhale, draw it back the other way. And exhale. 2 more times. Inhale through the nose. And then exhale like you're trying to fill up that balloon with air. 1 more time each way. Inhale. And exhale. Nice job, guys. From here, we're gonna roll ourselves up to a wide angle forward fold. So come on up to a wide angle forward fold on the floor. And then when you're ready, hinge forward at the hips, at the waist. I want you to think about trying to keep the knees up towards the ceiling. So don't allow the legs to drop in. And then come forward as far forward as you can here. This is it for me today. And I've noticed the more I do Pilates, the more tight my inner thighs get. So if you're practicing with me weekly, it's really important to do some inner thigh stretching and also hamstring stretching. I notice my hamstrings are also super, super tight. After this, we're gonna come into the mermaid on the other side because we're gonna do all the other side yet. All right, guys, take a deep breath. And when you're ready, draw your legs back together, shake it out, and let's do the mermaid on the other side. So before I was sitting on my left hip, and now I'm gonna be sitting on my right. My left hand is gonna come to my left ankle. Reach your right hand up towards the ceiling. Reach up and over. Keep the biceps close to the ear. I know you guys are working out right now, but I really wish that I could get a thumbs up for you to see if we're doing okay. I hope you are. Lower yourself all the way down. Drop your forearm down. Reach up and over. Feel the stretch of the fingertips all the way down to the hip. With momentum, draw yourself back up. Inhale, reach up and over. This is like one of the only exercises in Pilates where we are using momentum. Drop yourself down, reach up and over. We're going to take our twist, our spinal twist. Inhale, reach open to the back, open up the chest. And then exhale, round underneath, thread the needle, draw the arm between the ribcage and the supporting arm. Inhale, reach open. And exhale, take the twist, guide under, gaze back over that back shoulder, the right shoulder. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more time. Here we go. Is inhale, reach open. And then exhale, dive under. Nice job. From here, hands are going to come to the mat. We're going to tuck our toes under and turn to come into our bear crawl position. Drop the knees down an inch to maybe a little bit lower off your mat. Hold it here for 4 and 3 and 2. Nice job. And 1. Nice job, guys. Come back down to a seated position on your right side or the same side. My right leg is going to be extended in front. My left foot is going to be right behind my ankle. My arm's going to be extended out. I'm going to roll my mat up again for a little bit more cushion for my wrist. We're going to take it slow, pressing all the way up into our side plank and then drawing it back down. We have 4 of those all together, different breathing techniques. Here we go. Hand comes to the top of the knee. Here we go, guys. Inhale, press up, lengthen up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Allow yourself to come all the way back down with control. And I want you guys to use the back leg. So if you can notice, watch me once here. As I press up, I extend. The sole of my left leg is on the floor. So it's assisting me with my control as I come back down. But I'm using my powerhouse. I'm using my control. No momentum here. We really want to control the hips all the way down to the floor. Here we go. Let's do it again. All together. Let's wait for the music, the beat drop. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, let's go. Keep it up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, drop down. And exhale. Let's do 1 more like that. Here we go. Inhale, press up. Lengthen out. Exhale. Inhale, drop the hips down with control. Now we're gonna do a breath in each direction. Here we go. Inhale, reach up. On exhale. 3 more, here we go. Inhale, reach up, press up. On exhale, come back down with control. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more time, yes you can. Inhale. And exhale. Nice job, guys. Come off that wrist for a second, roll it out, because now we're gonna do our snake. I'll demonstrate one more time on this side. Roll the wrist out, same position. So we're gonna press up into side plank. If the snake is too much, you can stay here. I want you to reach the hand down towards the bottom toe, then reach back towards your side plank, and then come down with control. So it's like a cross downward facing dog. Okay, we're gonna do 3 all together. Here we go, guys. In 3, 2, 1, press it up, let's go, hold it up. And then reach it down. Reach it back to your plank. And then with control, come down. Here we go, right back up. Press up with control. Yes, you can. Drop your hand, reach your hand down. Reach back to your side plank. Come all the way down. 1 more time. Here we go, press up. Yes, you can. Reach down towards your tongue. Reach back to your side plank. And come back down. Nice job. We're gonna come off this wrist, come to a seated position, reach your hands up towards the ceiling, reach up and over, seated, forward, fold. Nice job. We're gonna go into the jackknife. So again, if you guys don't want to go back overhead, I'm gonna ask you to draw your legs up to a 45-degree angle and then press your hands into the floor, activating the backs of your arms, your triceps, and raising your hips up off the floor. This is all the pre-work to get that roll back. For the jackknife, we're gonna extend our legs out to a 45-degree angle, reach your legs back overhead, hands can come behind our hips. We're on our shoulders, not our neck. You should be able to talk in this position and feel fine by doing it. We're gonna raise our legs up toward the ceiling, but when we do that, I'm squeezing my glutes and my hamstrings, my inner thighs, zipping my legs up. And then from here, guys, I want to try to keep my legs away from my upper body as I roll down. You can either do so with your hands supporting your hips or hands on the floor articulating through the spine. So the difference between the jackknife and the roll up is we're drawing the legs close to our body. The jackknife, we're trying to keep our legs lifted away from our torso as we roll down through the spine. We're going to do 3 together. Practice raising up your hips. If it's uncomfortable, you don't want to try it. Or maybe try 1. Whatever is best for you. Here we go. Extend the legs up to a 45-degree angle. Roll back overhead. Use your hands. Lift your legs up towards the ceiling. Pike your legs. Squeeze your glutes, your inner thighs. Keeping your legs far away from your torso. Roll it down with control through the spine. Reach your legs forward. 2 more. Here we go. Round back overhead. Use your hands for support. Draw your legs up. Exhale, lower the legs down, and with control, keeping the legs away from the torso. 1 more time, guys. Reach the legs, roll it back. Raise the legs up, squeeze the glutes, inner thighs, hamstrings. Lower slightly and articulate down through the spine. And when we do, roll up to a tabletop position with me. Yes. Hold it here for 4 and 3 and 2. We're gonna move right into a teaser. So walk your hands down with me, keeping your legs up, roll all the way down, and then roll all the way back up to our teaser. We got 3 more. Yes, you can. I know I'm pressing you guys hard. This is a lot of hard stuff, but you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Keep working. Use control from the powerhouse. Bring yourself back up. 1 more time, guys. Roll all the way down. And then roll all the way back up, coming up to find your balance. We're going to take our hands behind our shoulders. Drop your feet down for a second. Hands are going to be behind us. I want you to just raise up the right leg and then lower it back down. Knees are glued together here. Raise up the left leg. Lower it down 1 more time each side. Raise up the right leg. And then lower it down 1 more time right side. The left side. And then lower it back down. We're going to do it into the can-can. We're going to drop our knees to the side, and the side, and extend both legs, and then bring them back. You can extend one leg if both aren't working for you. Drop to the side, and we're gonna look over the opposite shoulder. Raise up, and then bring the toes back down. Drop, 2, 3, extend, draw the toes back down. Drop to the side, 2, 3. We got one more each way. Drop the knees to the side, this side, looking over the opposite shoulder. One more time. This to the side, this side. Raise it up, lower it down. Nice job. From here, you can shift your hips back. Reach up towards the ceiling. Reach up and over. Seated forward fold. Nice job, guys. Stay here for a second. Nice job. We're going to come up seated. Widen out your stance here. Maybe a little bit wider than your mat. We're going to do the saw. Let me just check the time. Oh. Hold back. Okay. We're not. We're going to do Pilates push-ups to finish. We will do the saw next week. Okay. I want you guys to cross your legs underneath you. Bring yourself to a tabletop position. Shift yourself back to the center of your mat. I want you to plug your feet down, press yourself into plank, and then walk your hands back towards your toes. Widen out your stance to the width of your mat if you have to. Bend your knees if you have to. Coming back to a forward fold. We're going to round up through the spine. We're going to do 3 of these all together. Round up through the spine. Inhale. Arms come all the way up. Keep the rib cage in. We're going to dive down, articulating just like we started, articulating down through the spine. We're going to walk out for 4, 3 into our plank, 2 and 1. You can drop the knees down here if you want to. Push up 1 and 2 and 3. Find your plank. Walk your hands back for 4, 3, 2 and 1. Roll up through the spine. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I know you can. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, dive down. Walk out for 4. Find your plank for 3, 2 and 1. Bend your knees. Push up 1 and 2 and 3. A little goes a long way. Plug your feet down. Walk yourself back for 4, 3, 2. One more time, guys. Inhale. Round up through the spine. Inhale up. Lamp. Exhale. Run all the way down. Walk your hands out one more time for 4, 3, 2 and 1. 3 push-ups. Last 3. Last exercise. 2 and 1. Push yourself back into child's pose. Nice job. Hang out here for a second. Open up the shoulders. Nice job. Coming back to your center of your mat. Come to a seated position. It seems like 45 minutes is never enough. All right, guys. We're going to do 3 deep inhales and exhales to finish up. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands down to your head. 2 more. Inhale up. And exhale, hands back down. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Thank you so much for all your hard work today. I hope you had a great time as I did, and hope to see you next week. Thank you so much. Thank you.